Hello, every pony. This is Nightlife here, and well, I stumbled across this little fic called "Applejack Plays Minecraft" by Atheos. I think that's how you pronounce it. And well, I'm a pretty big fan of Minecraft. I really like Minecraft. Redstone. Oh my gosh, redstone everywhere. And I wanted to read this, so I'm going to read it. And because I don't like keeping links to myself, I love sharing, I'm going to read it aloud for all of you silly little ponies. Okay. Here we go. No Mario pun intended. Chapter 1, which is the only chapter. Applejack plays Minecraft. Oh, this is rated by Slice of Life and Comedy. Although there's a warning of very minor shipping, so if you can't stand even the slightest bit of shipping, just GTFO, right the buck now. Run screaming to your Luna. It was a rather cloudy day in Ponyville. The weather Pegasi had scheduled a storm for the evening, and pretty much every pony decided to stay at home for the day. The streets were all empty, except for a certain cowmare who was trotting towards the books and branches library, whistling, and with a puzzled look on her face. The librarian, her dear friend, had summoned her to show her something, as she said. Eventually, she reached her target, and without thinking much about etiquette, she bucked down the door open. Yep, that's Applejack. Hey, Twi, I'm here, the yellow-maned pony yelled, just to hear some pony groaning behind the door. She had unintentionally slammed it on the poor librarian's assistant's face. Twilight's upstairs, AJ. The little dragon groaned, pulling himself off the door and shutting it. Applejack apologized with a chuckle and headed to the stairs on the other side of the room. Twilight was there, trying to pull off a proud pose. Right behind her, a new desk, and on top of it, something Applejack recognized as a computer. Do you like it? The librarian asked with a proud smile on her face. It's a 807. It's a 807. Finest piece of technology in town, she continued. 8 gigabytes of RAM with Hay 7 processors and with Hay 7 processors and 3.6 gigahaze magic induced cooling. 2 hard disks. Whoa, calm down, Sugar Cube. Applejack interrupted. You know I'm not into the techno whatever stuff. Speak my tongue, she said, smiling. Twilight groaned, kind of disappointed for not being able to properly express the almighty power of her new machine. It is not better than mine, the quad core. It's a really powerful computer which can run a lot of stuff. Mine can do more. Ugh, look at me measuring certain pieces of anatomy. Oh well, she explained, rolling her eyes. It was actually a cool piece of technology. The case was kind of big, blue with a shocking pink stripe in the middle. The monitor was really big too, about 10 hooves, maybe a bit more, with a wallpaper that Applejack guessed was a galaxy. Over it, some icons like Twilight, Library, Letters, and the other one looked like a cube of dirt with grass upon it, labeled Ponecraft? Dude, awesome! Anyways, regardless of how cool that thing could be, computers weren't actually a thing Applejack was interested into. I'm reading it word for word, sorry. And she tried to express that without hurting Twilight's feelings. Sugar, it's cool and everything, she started, but as I said, computers are really not my thing. I'm more into bucking, and Twilight exploded into a laugh. Well, we can buck if you want to. What? She teased, continuing to laugh, causing Applejack to blush furiously. What? Wait, no, I mean, that's not what I meant, she excused. When Twilight finally recovered, she explained that she had invited her by to make her try a game with her new computer, since, well, with the upcoming storm, AJ wasn't going to buck. And here Twilight was chuckling hysterically. Much, anyway. Given AJ a seat, she ran a game called Ponycraft. They they then went on single player and created a new world, which took Applejack a good 5 minutes to name. Sweet Apple Acres. She wasn't the fastest computer typer around, that's for sure. Much to Twilight's boredom. Finally the game started, and a world made of blocks came into view. Now that's what I call high definition, ironized AJ, causing Twilight to snort and babble something about graphics not being the game's point. Well, whatever. Why the dude there has the same colors as Dash? Applejack asked, starting to move around. That's not important, Twilight exclaimed, rapidly pressing F5 twice and hiding her blushing. Here, play first person, it's better. Now go buck. And she chuckled again. Some trees for wood. Applejack shot her a, "Are you kidding?" look before walking to the closest tree and pressing on a block in the middle of a trunk. After a few seconds, the block broke, leaving the rest of the tree floating in midair, and Applejack with a dumb look on her face. Now, if trees work that way, I'd have to find myself another job. Yes, you would. She commented, blinking twice, and resumed her lumber gathering work. So, is this game about bucking down trees, or do I have to do something else? Applejack asked. Her woodblock count was reaching 40. Nice. Well, of course not. It's a survival game. Gather resources, craft stuff, get powerful weapons and armor, build a house, Twilight explained. I think I got it. Now, how do I now know crafting recipes and stuff? Well, I got a mod for that. Press E, then O, and then you'll turn on not enough hatems. Now, hover over an item and press R, and it will tell you the recipe. Twilight explained as Applejack followed her step by step. Alright, anything else, Sugar Cube? AJ asked, not noticing the library's blushing at the sugar cube. What's wrong with me today? Twilight thought, explaining the tool system to the cowmare. Wood tools sucked big time. Stone ones were meh. Iron was good. Gold tools were weak but fast. And diamond was the best. She then left the cowmare by herself and went downstairs to check on Spike. Later, whoa, Applejack thought. Time sure flies fast when you're having fun. She leaned back on the chair and looked at the monitor, chuckling a bit when a notification stating Vapor Luna is playing Moonbreakers on the bottom left of the desktop. She had been playing for over an hour now, carefully hiding in holes in the ground during the night and harvesting as much resources as she could during the day. She had met a few spider enemies and some black tall ones, which reminded her of the Slender Pony, a scare she used to tell Apple Bloom when she didn't want to go to sleep. By now she had a pretty full inventory, about 100 blocks of raw iron and an iron pickaxe, an iron sword, some gold, and a good amount of lumber, coal, and stone. She was unsure if she should build a house and deposit her riches now or wait another night and gather something more. After some thinking, she picked the latter. After all, those spiders were weak, and with her rocking iron four-hoof plates and luxury mode golden helmet, what could go wrong? She stretched her hooves back in landing place, carefully digging outside her hiding place for the night. She found the early lights of dawn welcoming her. Ignoring the gruesome show of black tall ponies and skeleton ponies burning to ashes, she set off for the closest caves, carefully placing torches during her descent. Finally, she met a dead end. Unsure of what to do, unbeknownst to her, she broke the first rule of that game. She dug down. Oh, fuck no! Fortunately, it ended all too well. She broke the roof of something which looked like a mine, landing close to an object which looked like a chest. Out of curiosity, she opened it, to find some gold, an iron pickaxe, some pumpkin seeds, and a couple of diamonds. Twi, I found diamonds! She shouted with an excited tone. This sounds like Chef Sandy for a minute. Great, keep it up, was the response from the librarian, who was probably busy reading something to properly assimilate the info. Eventually, AJ decided to celebrate the event, breaking random blocks around her. Turns out she broke one which held up a gravel structure. As a wall of gravity-aware blocks fell down, revealing a cave behind it. Inside not one, not two, but 3 deposits of diamonds. With a smile widening on her face, she collected the precious booty and decided it was enough for now. I reckon I should head back to the surface and build a safe place to deposit them babies, she thought. Following the mine, she eventually came to a cave which headed up. She started climbing when something caught her attention. Well, hi there, little guy, she thought, looking at the green thing that looked up at her from a hole in the ground he was trapped in. She picked up her sword but didn't strike it. The dude didn't seem quite as evil as the other 3 monsters she had met until now, and seeing him look up at her with puppy eyes from a bloody hole stimulated her pity, a bit of her pity. Finally, she resolved to ask Twi. Hey, Twi, there's some asparagus dude looking up at me from a hole. What do I do? Is him evil or something? No, the librarian shouted back. Applejack could bet she heard a chuckle. It's a hay hugger. He just wants a hug. Hug him, and there's a slight chance he drops diamonds. Otherwise, he drops hay, Twilight explained, trying to hide her chuckling. Applejack looked back at the screen. The living asparagus was still looking with pleading eyes. Twi, there's a little something funny about this hugger stuff. You sure you're right? Applejack asked with a hint of suspicion. Yes, 100% sure. It's fine, really, she answered. Applejack looked straight into the dude's eyes. It didn't actually look harmful. She decided to trust her friend and jumped in the hole with him. Twi, if he glows, does that mean I got them die? Boom! Applejack looked dumbfoundedly at the respawn button and blinked, then blinked again. Dot, 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 dot. Twilight! AJ got trolled hard. Oh, yeah. Oh, look. The first comment has that Flutter Rage icon. Yay! Oh, that was a spirit lifter right there. Okay. This has been Nightlife giving you Applejack Plays Minecraft by Atheos. That was good. Nightlife out.